Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video unboxing and first impressions of the Hardoutline Mini Smart Pico Projector. It sells for $399 on Amazon and through the company's website, which is a fair price to pay for a smart Pico projector that has a 720p native resolution. It supports 1080p, so you can plug in any DVD, Blu-ray player, laptop, and it will work. It can also use wireless Miracast because there is a version of Android built on in, and the processor is a quad-core 1.5 GHz chipset coupled with 1 gig of DDR3 RAM, and this is sufficient for playing back HD media content and for navigating the general UI. Of course, it also comes with Google Play, so you can just use it like a mini smart TV box of sorts and download a few more titles, maybe occasional apps here and there if you want to. And it comes with a 3,300 milliamp hour capacity battery, so you can use it when you're traveling and out. Other specifications include 3000 lumens or 300 ANSI, and it also, of course, has Bluetooth on board, so you can connect a keyboard or a mouse for easier navigation and typing. It supports HDMI ports, as aforementioned, and it has an all-aluminum build just to make it feel a little bit more sturdy and premium from a design perspective. Now, unfortunately, the Android version is 4.4 and not something like 5.0, 6.0, or Nougat. So it's a little outdated, but again, for most of the tasks that you'll be doing, including streaming media and watching movies and TV content, it more than does the job. Packaging here seems relatively straightforward and simple. It has dual-band 2.4G and 5G wireless Wi-Fi, so if you're using it with the built-in Android system, you can, again, be connected to the internet. In here, we just have an instruction manual on top. It looks like it's called the K2, the specific model number, and it documents the various features and how to use it in English. The top compartment here features just the K2 Smart Pico projector. We'll take a closer look at it in a second. And down below here we have all the accessories. The accessories include a proprietary charging adapter. It's actually 3.5 volts, and you can see it's significantly larger than your kind of typical micro USB. It's more similar to what you'll find on a laptop charger, and that's because of the 3000 lumens does require more power to drive. Same thing with the Android operating system, and that's why you have to bring along this adapter if you want to charge it. And down below we have just the remote control, which uses a simple IR sensor, and you can navigate around the interface pretty easily. There's a power key, mute key, volume controls, and there's also what looks like home and a 3D key, since the projector does support 3D videos, active 3D, although you do need your own glasses for that part to work. Here we also have a bundled HDMI cable, so you can connect it to a DVD player or a computer, and there's also the other part of the AC extension cable. So let's set all these things off to the side and just take a quick look at the design of the projector. It comes in just this one color, which is this silver metallic finish, because it is constructed out of a one-piece unibody aluminum, as you can see here, which makes it feel quite hefty and also premium as far as construction is concerned. On the front, we have a few ventilation grills. Now, this projector does have a running fan, just like most desktop computers, so you will hear a little bit of background sound to prevent it from overheating. There's also the IR sensor for the remote. Here we have the cover for the lens just to protect it. And there's also a manual adjustment for the focus, although as a Pico projector, you can also set it to automatically adjust. It also does have keystone correction. It has a virtual screen size of up to 200 inches diagonally, which is quite impressive. And with 3000 lumens, it should still be moderately visible, even when there's a bit of background lighting in a room. On the back, we have access to additional ventilation grill. There's that proprietary AC input. There's a dedicated power switch, USB 2.0 to connect thumb drives and accessories like keyboards and mice, and a USB 3.0 port for faster file transfer. There's that full-size HDMI input, micro SD card slot, and there's also a VGA AV input, which looks like you need an adapter to use, 3.5mm headphone jack if you want to connect an external speaker, and then another safety power on-off switch. On the back here, we have access to what looks like the speaker, so that's where the sound is going to come out from. I do wish it was maybe placed on one of the edges instead, but nonetheless it works. There are 4 rubber feet that prevents it from sliding around on a surface or on a desk, as you can see here. And more importantly, there's also a standard tripod mount, so you can attach it onto a camera mount and then have it project videos at a more comfortable angle if you're outdoors. So let's take a quick look, I guess, at the manual boot up and see if there's any battery left. Seems like there's an LED light, and perhaps now that it's switched on, we can tap on the power key and maybe it'll boot up for the very first time. So right now we're proceeding through the first boot up sequence, and hopefully we should be set up quickly. So the loading screen here is interesting because the IR port on the front also has a laser sensor that will detect kind of if the screen has been properly calibrated on the wall. So for instance, if it's slightly tilted, it's also going to have the auto keystone correction. You can see that process takes about 20 seconds, and now we're loaded into the Android main UI since I have no other HDMI sources plugged in, like a computer, for instance. And you can definitely hear a little bit of that background fan, although for the most part it isn't a big problem. You can see there is a little bit of battery left, and I can also see my Wi-Fi and Bluetooth status on the top right hand corner. The user interface is very similar to other Android TV boxes and smart Android projectors we've seen in the past. It's been heavily customized, but it's easier to navigate using the bundled remote with the left, right, up, and down keys for selecting the tiles. I should also mention that the remote uses two AAA batteries in the back, which you can simply swap out when they are running low. So you can see here we have access to the Google Play Store in addition to YouTube. There's Amazon videos, there's Facebook, there's Twitter on board, and we also have additional connections where I can select between HDMI, file managers, local media, and additional apps and programs that have been installed here. So all in all, it seems like it's fairly swift and responsive as far as the regular navigation is concerned. We'll obviously be doing a lot more testing with this unit and come out with a more complete review soon, but this has just been our video unboxing and first impressions of the Hardoutline Mini Smart 720p Pico projector. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.